Hi, it's Deb with Free from Food Addiction, and I want to talk to you about something that I heard at least a dozen times this week from women who struggle with food addiction, with various addictions actually. And it's this fear that women have. Sometimes they don't always articulate it like this, but it's actually just underneath what they're talking about. And it's this fear of not doing it right, like this fear of getting it wrong. And so this carefulness that I see women operating with, and I relate to it because I like this was such a tendency of mine. And it was really funny because I caught myself in that same mentality, with the Freedom Embodied Live event that's coming up, where I noticed myself holding back on making some logistic plans and on putting together all of the final details of um, of all of the things that I'm going to be sharing with you ladies, and all that kind of stuff. And I sat with it last night. I'm like, why am I holding back here? And I realized that old thinking of I'm like waiting for it to be right somehow. And it was so beautiful because in recognizing that, I was able to immediately just go into what I want to share with you right now, which is one of the tools that has helped me so much in my journey of freedom from addiction, and actually my journey of freedom from perfectionism. Because let's face it, I mean, when you've been struggling with addiction for most of your life, like chances are, first of all, chances are you're pretty intelligent, because that's just what I find. I find that women who struggle with addiction are actually really smart, and and you've been trying really hard, and I find that we're actually, a lot of us are perfectionists, and so there's this pressure we put on ourselves to get it right and to do it right, and not wanting to be wrong, and that causes us to hold back a lot. Because I mean, I remember for me, for years, it's like I didn't want to do anything that I didn't already know that I was going to be good at or actually excel at. And that actually held me back from even going to get help around my addictions, because I didn't want to fail at that too. So I really, really recognize that as an old pattern, an old way of thinking. But it was funny when I saw myself stepping into this next level, this next threshold of really putting myself out there and taking a stand for what I believe in, taking a stand for the women who I believe in, and how some of these old patterns have started to come up. So I saw myself in this, like, wanting to somehow get it right, and like holding back until some external unknown force like gave me the green light that like I was okay, and that everything was okay, and that everything that I was thinking and planning to do was like perfect or something. And it was funny because so I'm sitting there in my quiet time, and my inner guidance started talking to me. And I want to read with you, because I can't make this shit up. This is actually just literally what it said, and I want to read this to you because I don't know, maybe this can inspire you, or maybe your inner guidance is sharing a similar message, but you just been turning the volume down because you don't want to hear it. I get that too. But this is what mine said. It said, pull the trigger. You're waiting to be right and be perfect. Just do it. Fuck up. Learn. Grow. Get messy. Put yourself out there. Fall. Free fall. Puke. Or feel like you're going to. You're never going to know if it's right. It becomes right when you choose it. Stop being safe. Dive. So I love that. I absolutely love that, that was somewhere deep inside of me, and it wanted to come up to the surface. It wanted to be shared to me, and apparently it wanted to be shared to you. I hope that it inspires you. I hope it inspires you to challenge that inner perfectionist, to maybe just explore like just one tiny step beyond that level of safety and comfort. And maybe for you, that is reaching out and asking for help. Or maybe it's just you admitting to yourself that you even need help. Or, or maybe it's making a sales phone call in your business, or maybe it's speaking up to somebody who you haven't been willing to speak up to. Whatever that thing is for you, I encourage you to just dive in and to do it and explore and learn and grow and get messy and have it not be perfect, and live, because that's what we are in this whole deal to do, right? Is to be able to live. So that felt like a war cry for me. That definitely inspired me to live more. I hope it inspires you to live more as well. If I am going to be seeing you at the Freedom Embodied live event, I cannot wait. It's going to be so awesome. And I cannot wait to connect with all of you sometime soon. So I'll talk with you more next time. Bye for now. Mwah.